Hello YouTube viewers, thank you so much for tuning in, and today I am giving you an entire tour of the handmade wooden house that my hubby made for me a while back. And this house is a two-story house. It features a master bedroom, a baby room, a passageway, which would be a hallway, a child's room, 2.5 bathrooms, a living room, and a kitchen. So you will see all this in just one video, and I hope that you enjoy the details. Now, in order to make all those rooms, I had to come up with DIY divisions. So I divided certain sections into different rooms, and that's how I got the baby room, the laundry room, a bathroom, and I also divided the living room from the kitchen, giving it a separate bathroom, and it was all by DIY divisions. So you'll see what I mean when I share it with you. So why don't we look first at the bottom here, because lately I've been making videos on the top floor, so you probably saw that recently, but you'll see it again. It's just that I'm going to start down here. Okay, so I'll start here at the living room. The living room is a Christmas themed living room. Okay, because I didn't remove any of the Christmas things that I had in there. So let's just look at it. So we have, look at this from this angle. Then you can see the kitchen on that side. So it's an open floor plan. You can see from the living room into the kitchen. And I will show you all the details in the kitchen. Next to it, I made a half bathroom. Half bathroom meaning it doesn't have the tub, just the toilet and the sink. So why don't we start here? So as you can see, the door is all the way over there, and I'm going to zoom into it. So that is the door with a coat rack right there. These are the stairs which I made, and they lead all the way to the upstairs rooms. In that corner I have a gigantic clock which I bought for just $1 at a yard sale a long time ago. It even has a little drawer at the bottom and it opens up. But it's green, and I have green furniture, so that's why I have it all together. Then there's that TV, which I've had for a long time, over 35 years ago. That was one of my first pieces of miniatures, and I had bought that at a vendor table. When I used to go to work at a certain place, I used to go out for lunch, and there was a table, a man was selling all these miniatures. Even this one here, that little coffee table right there, that end table. So I bought those pieces along with some other pieces. I believe I bought this dining set at the same time. So little by little I would go there at lunchtime and buy the pieces individually. So anyway, so all this consists of my miniature hunting. I go to flea markets, yard sales, thrift stores, and sometimes I make my own miniatures. Like for example, look at these frames here. These are picture frames or card holders. They're practically almost the same. But I did like that this was green. I forgot where I got these from. Probably one of the yard sales. So I inserted some pictures of horses here to make a horse theme. Look at that. Even though they're big and the scale of everything else would be 1.12, you know, large frames like this one, do fit in creations like these. There are some Christmas items here, a little metal box with a horse engraved on it, right there. I have some red felt serving as a huge rug on the floor. And this furniture I've had for a very long time. Now the white piece of furniture is handmade. I had bought two white ones. One was a love seat, I think it was, and the other one was the big furniture piece. So I kind of copied it by using foam, tissue, things like that, and I made my own. But I have the other two somewhere in another dollhouse. Then I have a fireplace here with a little clock, the angels, some Christmas decor, little tiny tree. These you can get at the Dollar Tree. So like I said, I left the Christmas theme going on here. So even though we are in July, it looks like it's Christmas. Now here we have a plant. We have a plant here and we have one on that side. This piece is from a salt and pepper shaker set. So we have the two pieces, and all I did was insert this little plant in there. These chairs originally have the red cushion. I mean, they're upholstered in red. Then I have some Christmas little ornaments here, the drums and the gifts. This here I think I got this after Christmas, but I like that since it's green, it matches with this and the clock, so I think that goes perfect in here. That's a candle. Then over here, look at what I did. See those stairs, that staircase that I made? It divides the kitchen from the living room, but it still gives it an open floor plan look. See what I'm saying? From the living room, you can see all the way to the kitchen, but I still managed to create an island here, an island like a counter to eat on. So I placed my two ceramic chairs here. These I think I got for $1 each. I don't remember if it was a flea market, yard sale, but that was a long time ago. Then here, the island, this cover, this tabletop is a cell phone cover. See the leaves printed on it? That's a cell phone cover. And there goes Santa. And then I have some pieces of cork here that serve as stools, even though we have the chairs. So then the kitchen, I'm going to zoom into certain areas of the kitchen, and the light that you are seeing from here, these are LED lights. This one is a Dollar Tree light. I even made a bracket so it can just hold the light instead of, affixing it to the ceiling. Because since this is like real wood, for some reason, this wouldn't stay up. It wouldn't stick on it, so I made a little rack. So then, let's look at the kitchen here. Okay, I got pretty close to everything. If I get any closer, it's gonna look dark, so I'm going to zoom out. Okay, I'll leave it at that. So, over there where the water comes out of, you see where the water comes out of? That's actually from what you call it? It's a I forgot the name of it. Oh my god, I just blanked out. Earphones. Oh my god, from earphones. It was a piece that broke off, so I placed it right on the sink. And then I created a shelf look up there with a strong cardboard piece. And I've had this house for so long. Some of these add-ons that I made, like adding the little valance to the window. The window is actually a triple light switch cover. All that has been there since my hubby made this house. Never took it out, never removed it. Then I have the refrigerator. Now, the stove I made, that's a handmade stove. The flooring is just paper from a decorative pad. Then I have a cage here, standing cage. And right next to it, I have that half bathroom that I told you about. Now look at that. You can see, you can see right through to the kitchen. And this is transparency paper that I used here. So from the bathroom, you can see right through. I just knocked off this cage. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. There it goes. And then I knocked over this basket. Let me show it to you while I'm at it. Alright, so let's go back to the bathroom. So this here is a folder. I used a decorative folder to make my bathroom walls. A decorative folder. And I did create a little handle there with a piece of wood. Took a little marker and marked it. This here is a little tile. I placed a little mirror on it. The toilet is handmade out of a cap. And this here was from butter. There was butter in here. And this is a cap from a hand soap bottle. Now this metal thing is from the old diskettes. Remember the old diskettes? That's that metal piece. So yeah, so that is the half bathroom. Now this used to work. See the switch there? I used to be able to light it up, but it doesn't work anymore. Okay, so this was the first floor. So let me recap. So here's the bathroom. Okay, you can see right into the kitchen. Right behind it is the kitchen. The door is all the way over there, and the stairs. Here's the island. If we back up, we can see the cage, the Christmas items, into the little dining area here, and right through to the living room. Okay, so I'm going to show you upstairs now. So this is the bottom floor of the handmade house that my hubby made for me a long time ago. Okay, and I love it. I'm so proud of him, and I'm so proud of myself too. I mean, he made the box, the house, you know, but I made the divisions, and I was able to create all these different rooms. So let's look upstairs. Remember that? So we have the baby room here. I recently made some videos on these rooms, so you might recognize them if you saw those videos. So here's the little baby. Little walker, the duckies, the Huggies box. Very tiny room, but it fits all these pieces in there. These are pictures of my cousins when they were little. So those are real pictures. So I created the little baby room just with this piece of wood here. This piece of wood encloses the baby room. Then you go on to the little laundry room. I made a little hamper with a shampoo bottle cap, some bounty paper, and a marker, so I made those marks. The washer and dryer are alarms. And here's the tide. What else? So that's a passageway to the rooms. So this is the laundry room. Then we have another passageway here. This leads to the to the child's room and the master bedroom in there. Then right next door is a full bathroom. Now this house has no top. It has the first floor and the top floor, but it has no top. It's totally open. You see what I'm saying? So you can see to the rooms. This here is from another dollhouse that I have on top. So let's look at the master bedroom. So here is the master bedroom. Back there, not sure if you can see it. I can't even put my hand in there. There's a chair and a desk. This here kind of encloses this. And if you move around, if you live here in this house and you move around, you go all the way up to here and you go down the stairs. There's a rocking chair. So this is the master bedroom. So the last room would be the child's room. So the person who lives here moves around by going through here, right in there to the child's room. And this is where I have that little girl that reminds me of my granddaughter. So cute. I got that at my favorite thrift store. Then I have a wooden house here, which I am using as a shelf area. Some books, a little bear and a little bag. Now the flooring, that rug is actually a napkin. That's all it is. I have several of those. There's the bed. Everything you need in a girl's room.